I am
that
with you.
you know, I want to say this has to be an R&B goddess that's on the line. So, you know, with R&B Divas LA coming to TV1, 10/9 Central, check your website, times, local listings. I want to safely say, do we have Kelly Price on the line?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning to you. And can I say R&B goddess again? R&B goddess.
Oh.
Kelly Price.
I'm going to let you say it, but I don't know if I'm comfortable with that.
I
don't know.
Girl, please. You know, goddess. I mean, you own it. You own it. So I have to tell you that you are amazing, and I just thank you for allowing us to live in your God-given talent. I mean, you are a goddess, baby, in my book.
I appreciate it.
So you're a goddess. Goddess Kelly Price is here on this afternoon edition of Ladies Night
Jesus.
Radio. So there you go.
Hi, y'all.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Thank you so much for joining us today, Miss Lady. So excited to see R&B Divas this evening, and it was going to be awesome.
Yeah, we're going to be watching it tonight. We all are. I keep telling everybody. I got a bunch of my girls coming over. We're going to sit in front of the screen and munch and not bite off our fingernails and watch anxiously as you all watch anxiously, too. We're all getting it at the same time.
Amen.
Right. So Miss Kelly Price, so when were you approached with the idea to do R&B Divas LA?
You know, just the entire R&B Divas franchise period has been something that's kind of been on my radar for, I want to say, about 3 years now. I've been talking to Nikki and to Faith about it for a few years, and I knew that they were starting. I knew that they were starting up in Atlanta, and I know that they did speak to several people, and some people said, oh, no, I don't want to be in Atlanta. I don't want to be a part of that cast. For me, I never had any reservations about being with any of the other ladies. I had reservations about reality TV. So when they approached me, even though I know these ladies, it's a different animal, and I don't know anything. Didn't know anything at the time about reality TV. So I asked them if they would just kind of indulge me and allow me to watch the way they pulled it all together and see how it came together. And season 1, when I watched it, for the most part, anybody that follows me on Twitter knows that every week I was online while the show was on, tweeting and just kind of rooting for the ladies. And when they were getting into it, I'm like, come on, ladies. And just, so I was kind of like the extra cast member anyway, literally in Twitterville. So when the season ended, they came back to me, and it was, pretty much, well, what do you think? Do you think this is something that you can do? And I said yes. And I knew that they were looking to expand the franchise and bring it into L.A., which made it even better because I live in L.A., so I didn't have to worry about being in Atlanta for shooting. But it was really about watching and kind of saying, because no matter what, you can know what you know, but one thing I can say for sure, nobody knows reality TV until they've done it. And you can watch every show on television, but reality TV is about the people who are making the show that you're on. So you don't know until you know.
Right, yeah, and I was actually going to ask about, because in the days of reality TV, being so kind of wishy-washy, and this show is definitely more like a journey. So explain to the listeners, what is the importance of control of having your own story and being able to more or less to create the dream?
I don't know that any of the ladies on the cast in this show really have control of the story. If we did, we'd know what you're going to see. I know that we, I'm being as honest as I can. I know that we shot 60 hours a week for what ends up being one episode. And that episode, after that episode is edited, you're getting 42, maybe 43 minutes. So there's no telling what you see and how you see it. And that's just the honest-to-God truth. You cannot, 60 hours of shooting redacted to 43 minutes does not give a complete story. It doesn't give a complete story, so it's impossible. It's impossible. So when I say that we will all anxiously be seated in front of our televisions trying to see.
You really will.
We really are, because there's just no way to know. There's no way to know.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the story of, I guess you could say reality television in a sense.
Yes.
And TV One will have R&B Divas LA on 10/9 Central. Check your local listings. Kelly Price is our guest on the morning afternoon edition of Ladies Night Radio. And to the fans out there, I mean, not just your fans, but every one of these beautiful women that's been involved, as far as the main goal, as far as trying to get this, not just this R&B Divas LA done, but, the fan base that's out there. What's the main goal you wanted to get across to your fans, new and established?
Well, for me, music is something that I love. It's something that I do. It's something that I'll always do. My journey into reality TV was to see if I could do it. And what I got from doing this show is that I absolutely can. I actually got bitten by the bug just a little bit, and I am already in the process of casting for my own show that I created right now, and it's called Too Fat for Fame. And I'm so excited about this show right now, because this show is going to be a platform that I'll be able to take and use the very prejudices and some of the injustices that I faced trying to break into the business, but actually broke through, which is an amazing thing. I was able to break through a lot of the stereotypes and have a successful career. And so now I want to do that for other talented people. And I pose the question, how much incredible talent has the world missed out on because a person was told no because they were too big?
Absolutely.
So we're going to try to right that wrong and undo that injustice just a little bit through this song. So the show. So anybody that wants to know anything more about that, please, you can come visit us on the web at www.toofatforfame.com. We're also on Twitter, Too Fat for Fame, at Too Fat for Fame TV. We're already in the casting process. You can actually look at some of our casting videos on YouTube and actually on our website. So I'm really excited about it. That's what I want people to take away from me. I'm a student of life, and I learn from every situation that I go in. And what I learned is that I can do this, and I can make my mark in this just like I made in music. So if there's something that I love about reality TV, I want to enhance it. If there's something that I don't love about it, I want to make change to it, and I'm going to do that.
Absolutely.
Amen. And just being authentic about it and just creating a legacy, I kind of feel that's real important in the business that you're in, because it's I mean, especially from when you started, I'm sure, and even beforehand, it's a rugged business. And
it is.
One of the questions I got for you is just you looking at the music industry from now to when you first started. How do you feel about it based on creativity and, like you said, the project that you have is, you trying to work with getting people that's talented that most people from their eyes won't look at you because you're not a size zero or whatever the case may be. So what's your overall take on this industry?
I think that we are living at the hand of a double-edged sword. On one hand, you have incredible opportunities afforded to us now because we have social media and people can be seen and literally stars can be created overnight. The other edge of that sword is that stars are being created overnight. They're not being developed. And so that's why you see so many people are crashing and burning, because what they have is talent, but they don't have education. And this business requires an education. I'm not necessarily talking about a master's degree, but there is an education process. There is a process. There are things that you need to know. There are things that you need to learn. Music business 101, entertainment 101. If you don't know it, it will you alive. You need to know how to handle the media. You need to know how to deal with fans on a good day. You need to know how to deal with fans when you're not having a good day. You're still human, and so you got to deal with your own emotions, but remember that you still have a public. So these are things that when you get it overnight, you're not ready to deal with those things. All you know is, I can sing, so what's the problem? But singing is not enough. Being a great actor is not enough. Being a talented entertainer is definitely not enough, because if that's the case, there are people who are laying on Skid Row that could take a whole lot of us out because they're way more talented than we are. I keep in mind, and it keeps me moving, I'm not the most talented person in the world, but my talent coupled with what I know, the things that I've learned, keeping a great work ethic, and a good drive, and always being willing to go the extra mile keeps me in a job, you know. So I think that's what this generation has to learn.
Preach, baby. Preach. Preach.
Right? I know, right? Oh, my goodness.
That's
so
Kelly Price game right there. That's not regular game. That's Kelly Price game.
Right, yeah, because you mentioned that like a lot of the newer artists don't really acknowledge some of the greats. So who would you say are your all-time greatest R&B artists?
Oh, gosh. Chaka Khan, Patti LaBelle, Frankie Beverly and Maze. That man goes out and tours whenever he wants to. He doesn't even have to. When's the last time he put out a record? He makes
you ain't never lying. You ain't never lying.
He makes more money hitting the road per annum than most people do.
You ain't never lying.
He is a conglomerate. He's an entity. He is a business. The man owns his own tour buses. He owns his own equipment and backlines. You want him, you got to rent his backlines from him. You got to rent his tour buses so the band can give it. That's what I'm talking about. He's decided, I'm not trying to run around behind these kids. He loves and appreciates it all, but he's not trying to run around behind 15-year-olds with their pants sagging. He's going to get up 5 nights a week and sing Joy and Pain, and he's going to cash his close to 6-figure check and get on the bus and go to the next city. So the wisdom of it is knowing where your stamp is, maximizing that, and doing it. I am in no means trying to compete with a 15-year-old. I'd be a fool. I am a 40-year-old grown woman. So I'm going to keep making grown woman music for people who've lived some life. And there are some younger people who have lived a lot of life, so my music will appeal to them. But I would look crazy trying to run around like a 15-year-old. I'm very happy to continue to sing grown woman music about real-life experiences and let it touch the hearts of the people that it's supposed to touch. And if that's never 10 million at one time, that's fine. We'll keep doing it in increments of 500,000 or a million, and that works for me.
That's what's up. Speaking of, are there any plans for new music?
Yes, single by the end of the year, new album at the top of the year, and lots of new music even inside of the television show that I'm working on. Lots of new music inside of Too Fat for Fame, because with it being artist development and that kind of thing, you'll see that coming along as well, too, with me showing these young artists how to create and own their own catalog and create new music and that kind of thing. So I'll be a part of that as well. It's just an exciting time, I think, in history, period, but it's an exciting time for me because I'm getting off my butt and I'm jumping into the flow of it. So,
Word. Miss Kelly Price, our guest on the early afternoon edition of Ladies Night Radio. And in closing, I gotta say, when it comes to people out there listening, I mean, of course, check her website out, kellyprice.com. You can also hit her up on Twitter at kellyprice4real. She's really active on it as well. So, you know, y'all don't be a stranger to her. And above all else, make sure y'all go check out R&B Divas LA, TV1, 10/9 Central. And I gotta, you know, as I watch your career, being a fan first, I gotta tell you real quick that you know, a lot of songs, and we were talking about Soul of a Woman, and you know, all the songs that you've done and created in your career and continue to push your legacy. I know it's uplifting for a lot of women, but as a guy, you know, I get inspired by good women such as yourself. Being able to create that journey and being inspired by it. So I got to tell you, from a man's point of view, you know, we appreciate good, strong women, and we get inspired by that too. So I wanna thank you for allowing us in and being able to check it out.
Thank you. I'm glad that it speaks to you because, you know, it has a woman's feel to it, but that's because I'm a woman. But I feel like I write about life. So at the core, there are messages that speak to anybody that's ever lived any life. So,
absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I can't wait to more music. I'm looking forward to it.
Right. So good.
We need Kelly Price game. This is Kelly Price game. R&B got it. God. I'm ready to go. I was always a world beater. I'm ready to take on the world a second time right now. I'm inspired.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Wow. But I thank you. I thank you very much. And we're going to be checking out R&B Divas LA, and we're going to be checking out all your moves and all your business moves, and we are supporting you 110%. And you know, as a station, if there's anything that you need, we got you.
Yes.
Team Kelly Price, baby. So Team Kelly Price.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me on. And yes, check us out. I'm excited.
Indeed.
Definitely. We'll be tweeting you and tweeting all about the show tonight. So it was a pleasure to have you on, Mama.
Take care. Tonight, so watch me.
Indeed. Hey, we watching. I'm watching. I've been watching. I've been. Where you been? You've been handling your business. We've been watching you, sweetheart. We've been on it.
Okay, all right. I'm good. My bad. Yes, I'll be tweeting tonight.
The beautiful Kelly Price. Right. Much love to you, sweetheart.
Thank you, sir.